Gina and Shannon, they're the hosts of the show, talking about the states wherever they go. Gina's got tattoos and brass knuckles too. Shannon's got moves, but they're not so smooth. 50 states of madness, always pure delight. Join Gina and Shannon, dance through the night. We're traveling the country, exploring every state. Come on everybody, let's celebrate. From Alabama to Wyoming, they've seen it all. Podcasting, sharing stories, having a ball.
So in general, how is it here?
It's a lot different from Colorado.
Is it?
Good or bad?
It's better, I think, because it's here. I'm actually around other people. In Colorado, it was just like I was segregated, and it was like hanging on the walls all night, screaming, and it was army
From other people?
Oh,
Really?
they just telling me like how I should kill myself, and like what they're gonna do to me, and just like all that kind of stuff. So
Oh,
it was today. This is a lot different because people here don't seem to. It's not like they don't care, but it's just kind of like they don't like judge you as soon as you walk in. Colorado was like they knew why I was there, and that was it. They were just like they had 1 second alone with me. It would have been
Really?
yeah.
Gee, man. Must be out then.
Out of like what kind of jail? I don't know what it was like in DOC there, but like they had to lock down the jail for me to walk down the hallway.
Wow. It will? So they had to make sure you were completely separated from anyone else.
Mhm.
Jeez.
wow.
Like I didn't see anybody else there. Like I was still next to somebody, but like I never saw them.
You just hear them.
How did they know who you were?
I don't know. I just they make phone calls in there too,
Oh, okay.
and they got the newspaper in there before I got in there. So
Yeah. How was, have you been able to talk with family?
oh yeah, definitely. Like we get from 6 p.m. to 7:30. That's our on my unit's time out. So we get to use the phone at that point in time.
Really? And do they charge you for it, or?
Oh, it's just like it's like Secures or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how do you make money to pay for that?
They put money on the phone.
Oh.
So if I call, like, if I was like to dial somebody's number, they have to have like a phone account set up.
Oh, I
I
got
just
you.
said restricted.
And then so who you call pays for it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Have you been able to talk to like family members and parents and all
Yeah,
that?
my mom and dad, my sister.
Okay. Good. Is that a good thing?
That's a good thing. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't hear from me. They're like, "Oh, what's wrong? What's going on?"
Oh, good. And how was it with them?
And so far, so good.
Yeah. Yeah. It was hard to hear your parents at sentencing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't know what they were gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
So
And so, yeah, I really appreciated what they said. I don't know about you.
I definitely was. I didn't expect them to be there. So I knew they were there on the 6th. I'm sick, but I didn't expect them to fly back, and they
Oh.
wanted to fly back for that. So.
Yeah. And then what your mom said.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Did they send you did you get any other letters, like fan mail or anything? Well,
I got letters, but I couldn't keep them with me. So like I could read them like on my hour out, but it's like I got a bunch of letters that had no return address and
Oh.
stuff that was just not very good letters.
Yeah.
So
Okay. They came from a weird perspective, didn't they? From what we have heard.
definitely there was one person I guess from Broomfield that was like writing like 4 times a week trying to come visit me, and then there was just a lot of people like writing that was like bleed through markers saying like you're a monster, or all kinds of crazy stuff.
We were aware that you were getting a lot of letters, a lot of interest, and then us personally as law enforcement, we got so many people who claim to have known you, claim to have been with you, dated you, slept with you, and 99 times out of 100, they were just crazy people, right? And so maybe that's a good place to start. Had you heard about any of that?
John, well, she told me about some dude from Wyoming
Yeah.
Trent?
Yeah, that guy. That blew my mind. I was like, who the hell is this guy?
And who told you about
Attorney John Walsh.
that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you mind if we talk about him?
Yes.
Graham and I interviewed him.
You had to?
Yes.
Waste our lives.
Yes.
So Trent, in summary, Trent came in and said, met you online on a dating app, had a few, casual but quick sexual encounters with you. And let me be very clear. Not only are we not here to jam you up today, we're also not here to judge you. And if there is anything like that, you can imagine we've heard way worse, way different, So if it's true, I hope that you can just casually say, yeah, I mean, this happened. It wasn't as bad as he said, but maybe this happened. So his story was met online, met you, and it was a time when you were experimenting with maybe men. And so he said he met a couple times, met his friends, went to an apartment, had a couple of meetings in a parking lot, and then that was basically it. Any of that sound familiar?
I never.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he talked about being in your truck with your girls, like the whole 9 yards. So
Okay.
No.
All right.
I've never even been to Wyoming, let alone driven up there to see somebody.
Yeah. And so this is maybe a weird question for you. Do you have any gay experience?
No,
Okay. Any interest?
no,
Okay. Never had a time experimented, wondered?
no.
Okay. Is it possible that he found you instead of you finding him?
From what John told me, he found me on like a WhatsApp. I
Yeah.
don't even have that app.
Okay.
Never got me. He had my phone, so
Okay.
you could probably saw what app I had. But I'd never even heard of the app. But
Okay.
apparently, like he told me, like I met him do like a rehab center or something.
Is that what it said?
no, that was another guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was totally. I no.
So did you see a picture of him on the news or anything?
John showed me a picture of it.
Okay.
He was like, well, this guy, and like, he was, John was kind of, making fun, like, do you know him? Sure. I'm like, no.
So you saw it and you were like, no way.
I was-
Big lips. Did you see
Mhm.
his giant lips?
Yeah, he's like, I have no clue.
And he's somewhat memorable. I mean,
Yeah.
If you met him or talked to him or got to know him, you might remember. He was kind of meek,
Yeah.
but also a little bit flamboyant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did fake lip, or not fake lips, but injections.
Uh-huh.
He was very into skincare and makeup. And he mentioned that one of the times, just as a gift, you got him some skincare products.
Mm-hmm.
Does any of that sound familiar?
No.
Okay. You can imagine all the stuff we're dealing with. Okay, so that's one.
Mm-hmm.
Trent Bolds. There was another gal that you were dealing with.
Amanda McMahon. Have you ever heard that name? No.
John showed me a picture of her.
Okay.
Oh, you did see a picture of her too?
Yeah, he had like, that's the same. Yeah,
Does that look familiar?
that's the same picture he showed me on
Okay.
in my soul. And I was looking, I was like, who's that? He's like, oh, you don't know her either?
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
He said it was like a Chick-fil-A parking lot rendezvous or something.
Right.
And that's just not true.
That's what she's claiming.
Okay.
Only one, but one Chick-fil-A in Colorado. That was the one in Broomfield, Highway 7.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable enough today to tell us if there were other people?
Yeah, it was just Nicole.
Okay. Yes. And that was it. Okay. As these people have come out, for the most part, we've not given their stories much credit. They're just crazy people who want attention. And so, but when that does happen, it does make us think, there may have been others. So Nicole was the only one.
That was the only one.
Was there ever like a one night stand with someone else just out of the blue and one and done?
No.
Okay. All right. Want to talk a little bit more about Nicole?
Sure.
So walk me through it, because that was one of the things we never really got to ask you about.
Right. We didn't talk.
Kind of kicked on and talked about where the girls were, but so what happened there?
So it was probably around June 1st or something. That's when I first met her. And it was just like a work conversation. She messed with the gas meters that, were out in the field. And I was messing up. And then, I took it to her like, hey, what's going on with this? Like, how do I fix it? And, after that, we just ran into each other a few times in the office. And I think it was probably the fourth time meeting. She had asked me, because like when we were talking back and forth, I would say, like we moved here from Colorado or from North Carolina and stuff like that. And then she was like, what's all this weed stuff become? Like, I took out my phone, showed her a picture, like, my girl's on the phone. It's like, oh, okay. Like, so, like, yeah, like, I didn't wear a ring at work because like I sent it off so I get refitted after I lost all that weight. So, but
You lost so much weight that your fingers lost weight?
yeah, it was literally like I was out in the snow one time. I went like that. Ring went off on the rocks. So I was panicking trying to find out that I can't wear this anymore. But so after that she left me alone for a couple days, and she texted me outside the field. And then after that we just kept texting back and forth, and it was just just like she used to work in a little rig out in North Dakota, I think. And we just kind of sharing the stories back and forth about what we did and everything. And then one day it just kind of went to a different level. And then I never thought it would ever go to that level. But she was talking about meeting up after we got back from San Diego. Yeah, we were in San Diego from the 22nd to the 26th of June. And we met up after we got back. And
How did you guys meet up?
at a park in Thornton. Thornton somewhere. And after that, we just kept seeing each other pretty much the whole month of July.
So let me ask you this. You tell me if I'm wrong. You strike me as somewhat of a shy person. So when you guys were meeting, it was just kind of very initiatory, like flirting at first? Okay. From both sides?
Yeah, it was just kind of like feeling each other out. It was kind of like
Yeah. And so text, any calls?
more near the end of June
Okay. And what makes you remember that it's June, that it happened?
because we called each other before I left to go to San Diego.
Oh, okay. All right. At first, did you think something might happen?
I just thought it was just flirting. I didn't think it was actually like something that would actually happen.
Yeah. Well, it's totally natural, right? I mean, everyone kind of flirts at work, right? Because the relationship between men and women is different. So if you're working with a girl at work, it's just kind of natural to flirt. I get it.
I wish I was out in the field more instead of out in the office those demos, but
Yeah. I kind of see it in your eyes. That's kind of where the path started, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if I was like, because when I went from like a rover to a field coordinator, like I would spend more time in the morning time in the office trying to get everything like situated where we're going to go, everything like that. And, if I was a rover, I'd be more out in the field, and instead of like coming to the office like for more than an hour.
Right.
It just gave me more time to run into her, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. What did she know about you? Did she know you were married at first?
She did once I showed her the pictures on the phone.
Yeah.
On the, like, the home screen picture.
So was your wife in that picture, or was it just your phone?
It was just my girls right there, but my wife was the lock screen.
Oh,
So she knew I was married with my kids.
Okay.
are you aware that she said she didn't know you were married?
Yeah,
What did you think about that?
I figured it was like just trying to save face, trying to I was just trying to. And some of my sister said it was like just trying to keep things together.
Yeah.
Just trying. She phrased it a different way, but it's just kind of like just like ground control, just trying to control everything that's going on around her. Because I'm sure she got bombarded by all kinds of different sides from the media and everything. So. And
Have you talked to her at all? No.
I'm hoping she hasn't written me in a different alias or something. No, I'm not talking to her that way.
Oh.
And are you not allowed to talk to her?
I would hope not.
Okay. No one told you that then?
No, I mean I would expect I thought like in Colorado it said like on a DOC list that if you're on a victim list you can't call anybody.
Oh, right.
But here I'm not sure if that's the same. But I just talked to my sister, parents, some friends of my parents.
Do you wish you could talk to her?
Maybe once just to
Get some closure?
say like, hey, just once.
Yeah.
Say like, I'm sorry this all happened. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what happened afterwards, what you went through, if you had counseling, if you're different state, if you had to leave everything behind. I just wanted to let you know I'm sorry, and that's something I never saw happening to somebody else.
Would you be alright if we told her that?
That's fine.
Do you want us to? Do you want us not to?
And if she would want to even talk to you, I'm not sure if she'll contact me. I'm sure she'd answer your phone call more than the attorney phone call that she didn't want to go answer. Yeah.
Oh, so your attorney tried to call her and she wouldn't answer?
Yeah, 'cause I remember her phone number, but after that they figured out, I guess, where she lived. And they left a business card there. And she just pretty much after like the fifth attempt, she said stop. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's getting bombarded like everyone else, so.
And hopefully it's calmed down since, but I'm sure like I just hope she can I'm not there's like normalcy for her, not since she's on the outside, but I'm hoping it can get that way at some point. I'm not sure if she had to leave Colorado or not, but I'm surely that would have been hard if she did.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Anadarko was her dream job, so that's one thing I always like asked my attorneys is like, did she have to leave? Like, did she have to do anything at work? Because that was one thing. So she always told me that was her dream job. So,
Oh, really? Yeah. Where does she mean?
like in the oil company in Anadarko, it's like, I mean, unless you work for like BP or like a company Phillips or something.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Anadarko's like in,
Looks like big leagues.
yeah.
Right. Can I ask kind of a tough question?
Mm.
Did you love her?
I felt like it was true.
Yeah. I think so too. I think it was the same from her. Okay. Tell us about the time you spent with her.
Well, I mean, it felt like it was, I think like when you say like more like a shy guy, it's kind of like I've never like been pursued by anybody before. It's kind of like I was the one, trying to pursue. Because like when me and Shanann met, it was like, she was always like pushing me away, kind of like,
She was sick for a while, right?
Oh yeah, she had just got diagnosed with lupus, and she was on like a bunch of different medications and stuff, and it was like, I guess I wasn't her type.
And you weren't her
I
type?
wasn't her type because like she told me like when she first, because we had met.
She told you that?
Yeah,
You're not.
I remember you telling me that.
yeah, it was like when we first met, like was at a movie theater. And my cousin's ex-wife set us up.
You were dressed like shit, weren't you?
I didn't. I
think that's what you told me.
Yeah, I didn't know like that. People were
Have any games?
So she was fancy and you were in like shorts and
I was-
tennis shoes or something, right?
I should know the doorman, was in a suit. And I was just like, this isn't good.
Like when you're at the theater?
It was a fancy theater, right?
It was in Charlotte. It was called the Epicenter. And apparently, they give you like champagne and all kinds of stuff. And,
Oh, this is a fancy date night theater.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think he came like he was going to a
like I was
Cinemax, like
I was going to a pond.
like AMC.
White theater?
No, it was like you just watch the normal movie, but like you can like drink champagne and like have like get Jack and Coke beside the theater and just sit there and whatever. But like yeah, it's when she first saw me, she was like, I should probably just turn and talk to the bartender a little more. No, I'm not here to meet. But yeah, like I was like persistent trying to pursue something. I liked her, and even on our first date, like I couldn't even eat anything really. I was just like,
Just so nervous?
yeah,
Really?
yeah. She was just like chowing down, and she was like, you eat like a bird. I'm like,
That's funny.
and she talked to my parents like months later. She was like, this guy just never ate. He's like, this guy eats like a trash disposal. This trash disposal. I was like, no, not around me. I was like, well, I was nervous. I was just like, I was always like shaking and everything. But yeah, I was always pursuing her, and then just like finally, I grew onto her. Like I would always like with her medications and stuff. I would always she had like 8 bottles of medication, so I would always get like her day and nights and kind of like put them all in that little flip open
Go box.
all that kind of stuff. And I would always be around her. I even went to her colonoscopy, and she said after that she knew that was like kind of a keeper. It's like who goes to a colonoscopy after 3 months with somebody?
Right.
It's a little soon.
But she asked if she needed a ride. I'm like, yeah. She's like, you want to go across my colonoscopy with me? I'm like, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Like, even sat with her while she drank that nasty stuff all day.
Yeah.
Oh. Or she's in the bathroom all day?
Yeah.
that clear stuff that doesn't really taste clear. Yeah, but yeah, it was. I mean, it felt like it was a great relationship. Everything was great.
Now you're talking about with Kessinger?
No, with
Yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Elson and like the first year, like my parents never. Oh, I don't know. My mom was always kind of hesitant.
What?
I was the baby, I guess. I never, I never had a girlfriend in high school, so it's kind of like she never like really saw me like.
Oh, interesting. So she's kind of watching her baby walk out a little bit.
Yeah, because when I turned 18, I graduated. I never moved back
Okay.
at home. So
And
my
how
sister moved back and forth all the time. So
How old were you when you met Shanann?
I was 25. It was 2010. So
Okay.
So no serious girlfriends before that?
nothing more than like 6 months or so. Yeah, there was some girls here and there, but there's nothing more than like the last girlfriend I had before Shanann, she was just actually got divorced, and I should never did that. But it was more of like I was kind of like helping her get through her divorce. It seemed like
Mm-hmm.
she went on to somebody else. I'm like, oh, nice to know.
You're the rebound guy?
A rebound guy.
Pretty much, but that's how it goes.
Would you say that in your relationships with women, it seems to me, and you tell me if I'm wrong, it seems to me like you're attracted to maybe a more dominant personality?
It seemed like it because I'm more of the just reserved. I mean, I just kind of like go with the flow type.
Yeah.
And like, Stan usually made all the decisions. It seemed like so.
I get that. I'm saying, yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I don't think that's right with you, but
So then, and I know it's hard to keep bouncing back and forth, but and one of the reasons we're here is we just keep telling ourselves, Grace just does not fit the mold. Grace does not.
no.
Like it just blows us away what happened, right? And so we will do a little bit of bouncing back and forth, and that's really just to get to know you a little bit better. Because we never really got that chance, did we?
Pretty much twice.
Yeah.
Met you once.
Yeah.
Probably like three. Well, you remember 3 or 4 times probably.
So then do you call her Nikki or Nicole?
I would call her Nikki.
Okay.
I know. There's so many Nickies and Nicoles in this.
Right.
I got confused.
So we'll call her Nikki. So then with Nikki, was it different?
It just seemed like I was more in control, it seemed like. And that never happened. Like she'd actually like asked me like my opinion on a lot of things, and just like what I wanted to do, and just kind of like, okay.
That was new, wasn't it?
Very new.
It's fascinating to me. And so did it feel more like an equal partnership or?
It seemed like it.
Yeah. Okay. So then when it was date night, would you guys talk about it? Would you ask to go somewhere? Or would she say, I want to go somewhere? Was it too fast?
The first time we went out, it was to a movie over at the Orchard, about the 144th over there. And I asked her, like, hey, you want to go see this movie? And, like, she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. And we got there, it was sold out. And, normally probably just have, just wait 2 hours, like, just go home. But now she just wanted to walk around and just talk. I'm like, okay.
Oh, wow.
So that was different. And, I think she wanted to go to the car museum, Shelby Museum in Boulder. I'd never been there. And I was
That's right up your alley. So
yeah.
mechanic.
I was just like, that was awesome just to walk around cars for like an hour or so. And then, drag race in Vandermeer.
Okay.
And I haven't been to a drag race since 2008. And that was in Charlotte.
Okay.
Like that was the drag strip over there. That's like the NHRA, the Top Fuel, fun car stuff. Like me and my dad used to grow up.
Yeah.
Go there like all the time. And then went to camping in Sand Dunes National Park, and I'd never been camping. I always wanted to do it. Thought it was she'd done it like countless times.
Oh, really? Okay. She's outdoorsy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she. I guess she every time like she needed to clear her head, she'd just go by herself. Just go somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
But she's a completely new type of person and relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What were you thinking this whole time? Like, in the back of your head?
in the back of my head, I was just telling myself, "What are you doing?" Like, every time, I open up my phone, I can see pictures like of my wife and my kids. I'm just like, "What am I doing?" And then, like, every time I was with her, it seemed like I didn't think. It seemed like it was like a blinder that was on my face.